used to when I worked in the stores.
But he does have one that has Mickey Mouse and Goofy in a boat that was given to him by the Herzog. Yeah. Well, Herzog, you know, did some opera directing as well as his movies, so. But he doesn't have a Christmas tie.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I think I got a couple of Christmas bow ties.
Well, you should wear them.
It'll be
I know.
it'll be after Christmas the next time he comes here.
I know.
He'll have to have his New Year one.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow then.
Usually the last
I would
one
make an
that
appearance.
I
There you go.
All right, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, right back.
Roll call, please. 6 o'clock. Yep, 6 o'clock.
Michael Cashman,
Present.
Thomas Wood is here, but he's wandering the building. Meg LaFave,
Present.
Barb Hebert,
Present.
Charles Costick,
Here.
Rick Collins.
Resolution 230, approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of November 15, 2018 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second?
Seconded.
I'm gonna give it to Hebert. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does Carrie. Is there anything for public comment this evening? Resolution 231, abstract 1A-18.
Resolved that the abstract of audit of claims number 12B-18, 2622 to 2743 for $757,637.49. An abstract 12B-18, 456 to 472 prepays in the amount of $636,223.72 be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, any discussion?
Just that, to help colleagues and constituents, a significant portion of that obviously is, we've got the exterior renovations and interior renovations for the Cumberland Head tank and the Ham Lane tank, so that was about $530,000.
Anything else? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does Carrie. Resolution 232, monthly department head reports.
Resolved to receive and place on file a monthly department head reports, building and grounds, highway superintendent, park and recs, safety committee, tax receiver, codes and zoning, planning and community development, supervisor's financial report, and town clerk.
Motion?
So moved.
LaFave, Caustic, any discussion?
I just like to say that in terms of our departments, water and sewer and highway, buildings, grounds, they've been called out like Thanksgiving Day and many different days for storms or breaks, things like that. And it seems like for them, unfortunately, it always happens on one of those days, when they, or a Sunday or whatever, but they've been out and doing it all, regardless of the weather.
Anyone else? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does Carrie. Resolution 233, drug and alcohol testing program agreement. Before we go into the reading of this, a number of these are gonna be annuals, and someone had inquired about, could we do a waiving of the reading? I would take that into consideration before Ricky has to read all of them, if there's an interest in that. So, again, it's motion to waive the reading and go direct to a vote. So, is there a motion on said item? This is an annual.
So moved.
Okay,
Seconded.
Caustic, Hebert, any discussion? Seeing none, all's in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does Carrie. Resolution 234, employee assistance services, this is an annual. I'm gonna just itemize which ones are annuals, okay?
I'll make a motion to waive the reading and proceed to a vote.
Is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, any discussion?
It's just for the employee assistance program.
very valuable
Absolutely.
program.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 So does carry. Resolution 235, Elmore SPCA agreement, this is an annual.
Move that we waive the reading and go direct to vote.
Caustic, is there a second?
Second.
Hebert, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Resolution 236, municipal property and liability insurance renewal. This is an annual.
Can I just, oh, I'll go back after this one.
I don't want to bounce around, so where are you? Are you on a different
The
resolution?
Employee
Tom?
assistance one,
Go back, okay.
just, I had mentioned, I had called in and said that the dates, I just wanted to make sure that the dates were correct. That was January
Oh, okay.
2018 on my,
Completion.
on original,
She may have put it in the packets, but I will make a note here.
okay, just
Okay.
make sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Good catch, Tom.
Yep.
I think she might have got it corrected on that one.
Okay.
I know it was wrong before.
Resolution 236, municipal property and liability insurance renewal. This is an annual.
Make a motion to waive the reading and move to vote.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, is there any discussion?
Okay, I just want to check the dates, January 10th to January 10th, 2000, okay, that was changed, all right.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 237, this is an annual JCO services agreement for 2019 to 2020.
I'll make a motion to waive the reading and go to direct to vote.
LaFave, is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, any discussion?
Which
That's-
it does look like the dates are.
Yeah, the dates, they're not the same every year,
Oh.
because we renew at different times.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. And Barb, thanks for having JCO come in this year.
No.
Yeah, that was helpful.
We should do that again.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 And what I meant by that one in particular is that's an annual funded item, okay? Let's see, 238, Town of Plattsburgh Website Management Independent Contractor Consultant Agreement. And this is basically an annual. This is Kimmel Services.
I move that we waive the reading and go direct to vote.
I'll second it.
Caustic, Hebert, any discussion? I just want to add one thing, and I actually want to thank Debbie as part of this. You didn't think I was going to do that. We've made some adjustments in our calendar that Ricky now has the ability to directly edit for our committees, and I think that's working really well. It's one of those items that, not that it was a huge expense, but because we had the Google Calendar, Ricky can do it right from his desktop, and within literally seconds, it's updated. So it's a nice new feature, and Mr. Kimmel was able to make that adjustment, pretty quickly. So
Yeah,
thanks to
that'd be
Ricky and Debbie for bringing that to our attention
Very helpful.
and stuff. So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 239, 2018 budget amendment.
Whereas the town may need to amend the 2018 budget to reflect changes in revenue and expenditures during the year. Whereas the budget amendments will offset from existing fund balances or additional revenues. Therefore be resolved, the town board, Town of Plattsburgh, authorizes the following budget amendment. Increase appropriation capital equipment capital outlay, $151,000. Decrease of unappropriated fund balance, $151,000, to reflect the construction of a cold storage building for the highway equipment. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion? I just want to add that they have already had a kickoff meeting, myself, Tim, and Greg to talk with the company. to begin the process of identify some dates in the spring. And if they can move it up earlier, they will. It'll be somewhat weather dependent. But the highway department is beyond excited about this, so this will be a nice addition to them, so just as a heads up, they,
Yeah, and Tim was very good. He sat down with me, I asked him to go over the specifications a little bit more with me, and we did that, so.
all right, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, so does carry. Resolution 240, request to attend the DOS Building Standards and Code Basics Training Program.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh Code and Zoning Department personnel are required to complete basic training and development courses. And whereas it is in the best interest of the Town Codes and Zoning Department to receive this training as soon as possible as available. Now therefore be resolved that Drew Arthur be allowed to attend the Department of State Building Standards Code Basic Training Program held on January 8th through the 10th, 2019, and February 19th to the 21st, 2019 in Latham, New York. And it be further resolved that $758 for lodging and meals be charged to the Codes and Zoning Department budget account number. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Finance Manager, Codes and Zoning Department Head, and also one be placed in Mr. Arthur's personnel file.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Caustic, second.
Second.
Wood, discussion?
This is just a continuation of the training that he's needed to get started.
Correct.
That he's been to 2 trainings, I believe, in his.
Well, no, yeah, you're close, Tom. This will be the last 2 of the 6, so he's got 6 to do. He's done 4. These are the
He's done
last
4,
2.
obviously.
Yeah, I confirmed it with Steve and
That's good.
now,
I
so
think
it's
that's
good.
credit to him too, he got right on it and got it done quick,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's
But
excellent.
again, credit to the department because they had to move quickly on the recruitment of this position for 2 positions, as you recall. So getting that person hired in a timely fashion, the civil service, et cetera, allowed him to start his training on time.
In a good sequence.
Yeah, exactly,
Mhm.
and that's what we were looking for.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Say
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Resolution 241, 2018 culvert pipe order.
As the necessity to continue maintenance and improvements of roadside drainage ditches and the stormwater drainage system within the town requires the need for additional drainage pipe. Whereas Tim Dubray, Highway Superintendent, has submitted a quote dated December 12, 2018 to place in order of culvert pipe. And whereas the total estimated cost of said pipe is $3,318.04. Now therefore be resolved, the town board is hereby approved said purchase of culvert pipe, and the highway superintendent is hereby authorized to make said purchase. And it be further resolved that payment for this purchase be made payable from the 2018 drainage pipe account, as so noted, and that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and highway superintendent.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, second.
Second.
Lefebvre, discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Resolution 242, sale of surplus equipment.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh has equipment that is no longer needed or useful and necessary to take said equipment out of service. And whereas in a request identified as surplus equipment from various town of Plattsburgh departments, the following equipment has been recommended for surplus and no longer needed. 1, 1988 Barber Green paver. Now therefore be resolved, the town board is hereby authorized the item listed above to be sent out for auction by the highway department in an appropriate manner.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Lefebvre, Wood, discussion.
You're
I'm
fast today.
hopeful that the new auction site that we're using
Mhm.
will be, again, proven to be beneficial. So,
We did
looking
the
forward to
last
seeing
time.
this one.
so
Yeah.
Absolutely.
happy to-
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 So does carry. Resolution 243, propane purchase contract for 2018-2019.
Whereas a request has been received from Scott Stoddard, Director, for permission to purchase propane to use by the town of Plattsburgh Water and Wastewater Department. Whereas the propane tank currently in need of being supplied are owned by AmeriGas, 361 South Junction Road, Plattsburgh, New York, 12901. And whereas the propane supply agreement has been received from AmeriGas stipulating the price to be determined as the company's local index price of $1.50. Therefore be resolved that the town board does hereby grant permission to Scott Stoddard director to order of said propane, and the supervisor is hereby directed and authorized to sign any related documents required for the purchase. And it is further resolved that payment for the purchase be made payable from the 2018-2019 water and wastewater budget account, as so noted. And to be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and water and wastewater director.
Is there a motion?
So move.
Caustic, second.
Second.
Hebert, discussion. Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 244, resignation of Stephanie Henry as account clerk typist.
Whereas Mrs. Stephanie Hendry has submitted a letter of resignation from her position as a account clerk typist effective January 1st, 2019. Therefore be resolved that the town board, with appreciation of prior service, of years of service in this position, accept Ms. Hendry's letter of resignation as account clerk typist. And it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and one be put in her personnel file.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Nobody
Okay.
wants-
Nobody
She's
wants
gonna
it.
go
Yeah.
anyways,
All
but
right, all right, I'll
It's
second.
gonna happen, so that's why I
Would.
did that.
discussion, with that, I think some people may wanna say some stuff, but I'd like to lead it off by saying, in her letter, she noted that she's decided to take another job that puts her at a higher title. That largely, I would say, is, the piece of the puzzle here. And I'm extremely appreciative of her years of service for the town. Also, the fact that she gave a 3-week notice to help through the transition. And she says, and I quote here, "I'd like to thank you for the professional and personal development opportunities that you have provided me during my tenure of 10.5 years that I was employed at the town." I think that speaks volumes, that it's sad to see employees move on to other types of employment, different agencies, et cetera. But having, and continue to work directly with that department daily, I'm very appreciative of the service you gave to the town.
And it's fairly good to have an employee like her that elevates, her personality just elevates everything, and she has a smile on her face most of every time you go in there, so, she's always receptive, and worked any particular, okay, you need to work in this department, or you need to work in that
Yeah.
department, she did it. I didn't realize it's been 10.5 years, it seemed like it's only a few years, but, okay.
You've just been here forever.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
She's assisted the audit committee in getting the vouchers ready, because of our meetings being on Thursday, those vouchers need to get ready and for the audit committee to review. So she tries very hard to get those done by Wednesday at noon, so that Tom and I can at least get in here as early as we can to get those, so, again, she does other things, but I'm appreciative of that.
And I think to kind of piggyback on what Tom said, when she joined the safety committee with us, she's been a vital link there and chased down the endless signs and phone calls, so.
Yeah, she'll do that.
It is a great loss, but we certainly wish her luck.
She did a lot of things within the town too, for different people and different events, things like that help.
All those in favor? Begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I guess I have to,
All right.
Okay.
but I'm glad that she's got a really good job, and that's important.
So does carry. All right. Resolution 245, planning board member appointment, Tim Palmer.
Whereas Tim Palmer is willing to serve as a planning board member, therefore be resolved that the town board, Town of Plattsburgh, does hereby appoint Mr. Palmer, a resident of the Town of Plattsburgh, to the planning board as a regular board member with a term to expire December 31st, 2025. And there be it resolved, Mr. Palmer take the oath of office within 30 days of this resolution, and the supervisor send a letter of appointment and appreciation to Mr. Palmer. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the planning department head. A certified copy be placed in Mr. Palmer's file.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, second. Wood, discussion?
This is a reappointment, Michael? I mean, it's just an
Yes.
edit can be done to the certified copy, that's
Well,
all.
an appointment is also a
Yeah.
reappointment, so if you want, I can put reappointment.
Yeah.
Is he the chair?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
And I'd just like to say, I mean, as far as the people in the department go, Trevor and Elaine and stuff, I think they work really well with, Tim works really well with them. I believe he leads a good meeting, at least any of the ones that I've seen.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Resolution 246, 5-year appointment of ZBA member.
Whereas a vacancy exists in the zoning board of appeals for a board member, and whereas Mary Ann Alexandru is willing to serve as a regular board member, now therefore be resolved that the town board, Town of Plattsburgh, does hereby appoint Mary Ann Alexandru to the zoning board of appeals for a term to expire 12/31/2024. And to be further resolved that a copy of this be given to the Codes and Zoning Department head, chairperson of the zoning board, and a certified copy be placed in Ms. Alexandru's file. And to be further resolved that Ms. Alexandru take the oath of office within 30 days of this resolution.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert,
Second.
second. LaFave, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Carries. 247, town board meetings for 2019.
Resolved that the town board regularly monthly and semi-monthly meetings be held on the first and Thursday respectively of each month at 6 p.m. prevailing time at the Town Hall at 151 Banker Road, Plattsburgh, New York. And to be further resolved that on occasions the town board will meet 15 minutes earlier to distribute materials to the councilors and prepare for the meeting. And to be further resolved, as needed, the town board informal work session meeting shall be held on the second and fourth Thursday of each month at 6 p.m. prevailing time at the Town Hall, 151 Baker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, pursuant to section 62 of the town law. And to be further resolved that in the event of a fifth Thursday of the month, meeting will be scheduled at the discretion of the supervisor. And it will be further resolved that due to holidays observance, the town board has hereby changed dates respectively scheduled meetings as follows. Thursday, July 4th, 2019 will be canceled. Thursday, November 28th, 2019 will be canceled. And to be further resolved that a copy of these changed date be posted on the town's website, and a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, second.
Second.
LaFave, any discussion?
Just one thing I'd like to point out, ask, and see if it's possible. I thought one of the best meetings that we've had in this almost year that I've been on the board was the informal work session that we had at the District 3 Fire Station. That was well attended by the public.
Yeah.
I thought there was a lot of great input at that particular meeting. I'd like to see if it's possible with some of these work sessions to maybe get 2 or 3 additional meetings of that type on the schedule.
Sure. We can work on that, definitely.
I'd also say, I had a conversation with Trevor yesterday, and he was talking about relaying information to the board, and I thought a solution would be to have, at least at the beginning of the year, have Trevor come to a work session and present some of the ideas or the things that he'd like to work on.
Sure.
For us to kind of prioritize our projects and what.
Like an update preview.
And if anybody has-
Yeah, and it might just be a good idea to get in the routine of doing that every year, and maybe quarterly or
Sure.
biannually.
Sure.
And if Scott wants to do it, or the highway wants to do it, I think it's those are really great conversations to have when we're all together.
I think we're evolving those work sessions into a platform or a venue for those kinds of
Yes.
opportunities, whether it be the agencies that we connect with
Yeah.
or something that could be of interest to our constituents, so yeah.
All right. All is in, no, go ahead.
It would be important, I don't know if everyone has seen it now, because some are newer, but, his report on what was accomplished, and it was 2 years ago that we had the report, but on what was accomplished during the comprehensive land use plan that was set up in 2010, is very good, and it shows what we've done and what things needed to be done, and it was recommendations for, maybe we should drop this and try something else. I think that report is important, and he maybe could bring a copy or go over that with us at the time.
All is in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 249, this is an annual with some slight changes.
That was 248. I missed it.
Yeah, we missed it.
Sorry,
Just an
got
important one.
stuck together. I was kind
Something
of,
about
I was
some
thinking of
deputy
going in a different
supervisors.
direction.
This is an important one.
Resolution 248, deputy supervisor reappointment for 2019.
Resolved pursuant to section 42 of the town law that Counselor Meg E. LaFave be reappointed by the supervisor to serve at his pleasure as deputy supervisor for the town of Plattsburgh for 2019. And it be further resolved that she take the oath of office within 30 days of this resolution. And in the absence of the supervisor, Meg E. LaFave be given statutory authority in the same capacity as the town supervisor currently is. And it be further resolved, a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, one be placed in Ms. LaFave's personnel file, and one be sent to New York State Retirement Board.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, Wood, discussion.
Second resolve, is the word "she" in there? It's not in mine, but Ricky read it, I just wanna make sure.
No.
Okay. If we put that in, then fine.
I'm just gonna say thank you.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, thank you for,
Thanks for your trust.
thanks for, agreeing.
I will say, this last year and a half, I've worked a full-time job in addition to this job. In the previous years on the board, I was working other jobs but part-time or freelance, and it's a balancing act. So I appreciate the flexibility that you give us to come and go as we can and
I
as our
appreciate
other jobs allow.
Appreciate it, so, thank you. I'm actually gonna do a roll call on this.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Mike Cash.
Yes, so does carry. Resolution 249, committee appointments for 2019. Again, this is an annual with slight changes. What I would propose, Rick, is I'll read the names in the committees, and then maybe someone will make a motion to go to a vote, okay? So Tom Wood and Barbie Hebert will be appointed to serve the assessing, planning, and zoning committees. Wood and Hebert will be on the auditing committees. Costick and LaFave will be on the building and grounds committee. LaFave and Costick will be on the community services and ambulance committee. Hebert will be appointed to the finance committee. Wood and Hebert will be on the highway committee. Wood and Hebert will be on the justice court committee. LaFave and Costick will be on the personnel committee. Costick and Wood will be on the safety committee. LaFave and Costick will be on the water and wastewater committee. And Costick and LaFave will be on the youth services recreation committee. I think I caught. Did I get everything?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Check them off as you went along.
I would accept a motion to read the full of it, if
So
there is
moved.
one. Okay,
Eliminate the real meeting and vote on that resolution.
okay. Wood, is there a second?
Second.
Hebert, any discussion? Again, thank you for all of you. I mean, a lot of the legwork is done, in the committee structure as we've talked about before, so thank you for making the time for that, so. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Fire District, 250 Fire District Liaison for 2019 is an annual with a slight change, so I'm just gonna read the departments and then ask for potential waiving of the reading. Hebert will be the liaison to District 3, LaFave will be the liaison to Katyville, Wood will be the liaison to Morrisonville, Costick will be the liaison to South Plattsburgh, and I will continue to be the liaison to Cumberland Head Fire District. Is there a motion to waive the reading, go direct to a vote?
So,
So moved.
Costick, Wood, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye, so does carry. This is an annual, 251, the appointment of a fair housing officer.
Second.
Bostic, Hebert. Any discussion? And just so people know, it will be Mr. Imhoff again, all right? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 252, this is a annual and appointment of the court clerks.
Move that we waive the reading and adopt the resolution.
Okay. Continuation of Pamela St. John and Pamela Esposito in this role. Is there a second? What was the first?
Second,
Lefebvre, any discussion?
just that they're very valuable employees, and good at what they do down there.
Very knowledgeable.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 253, election workers' compensation for 2019. This is an annual as well.
I'll wait to read the resolution and go direct to vote.
Lefebvre, is there a second?
Second.
Bostic, any discussion?
Yeah, we're just gonna be paying what the Board of Elections tells us we have to pay.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 254, resolution authorizing supervisor to enter into an agreement with James J. Coffey Esquire to provide legal services.
Whereas the town board, Town of Plattsburgh wishes to retain the services of James J. Coffey Esquire as an independent contractor that is an appointed official to provide legal services on behalf of the town. Whereas James J. Coffey Esquire has offered to provide legal services to the town. Whereas the town is desirous to retain James Coffey to perform legal services. Now therefore be that the town board, Town of Plattsburgh, in a regular session duly conveyed, does hereby authorize the supervisor to execute the attached agreement with James J. Coffey Esquire to furnish and perform legal services for the town, which are subject to the attached agreement. 2, the above services as outlined, the attorney will submit an appropriate voucher to the town for audit and payment of legal services rendered during the prior month. 3, James J. Coffey Esquire will be entitled to protection under the public officials liability policy of the town. 4, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Lefebvre, is there a second?
Second.
Bostic, any discussion? I will just provide, there is a change from him being an employee, as we've discussed, that there'll be some long-term cost savings, so, okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. I believe there's a need to go into an executive session to discuss the work history of 3 specific individuals. Is there a motion to do so?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second? Bostic,
Is there any litigation?
no update on litigation. Which there was. Going to
Well, I've
executive
heard you tell
session
me that before.
at 6:31 PM, roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mike LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Mike Cashman.
Yes, Joanne at 6:31, no action to be taken.
I just had to ask a question
You can ask a question, I'll try to answer.
about the JCEO services. It's 21K, give or take a few hundred.
Mhm,
From December 1 to November 2018, that's a few days ago,
mhm.
to November 30th, 2020. On my paper.
I'll have to,
That's 2 years.
yes,
You
And
mean
it's
there was
only
one I missed?
21K for 2 years?
I think it's per year.
Well, it doesn't say that, because you said it was
I'll-
annual,
Yeah,
and
I'll
so.
look at that, I meant for that particular, for the annual, I meant that's a budgetary item that we look at for
Yeah.
annual, so I'll look at
But
it.
it doesn't say per year.
I'll look at it and make sure that we make the adjustment.
And the other thing is, are we calling it the planning department and community development head, or just the planning department head? It
Community
says, a
development
copy of this
planning board.
resolution be given to the planning department head.
The planning development, for generally speaking, is that department. I mean, the external is planning department and community development.
Okay, so
So
this is fine.
It's still
The planning
meets the
department
planning
head.
department. Their primary function will always be planning,
Exactly,
so,
and it is a reappointment.
yes. So it's like if we said appointment to grounds, we know that it's going to the,
But check out that one with JCEO.
I will.
It's a little confusing.
Okay, thank you. Merry Christmas, Deb.
Same to
Enjoy.
you, thank you.
Have a good
Never
one.
As much as
the
you
reason
can,
for the
whenever you
season,
get
huh?
together with people.
So how are you, Rickster? What's,
You start working for me tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta be in Burlington at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
All right, then Wednesday, next week after Christmas.
I gotta be in Burlington on Wednesday. Until my mother's leg is healed, I'm going every
Bring your
Friday.
mother over here.
Yeah, I should.
Give her something to do. So,
Okay. Yeah, that'll give her some, she's got a hematoma, which we are cleaning up, so I'm over there every other day. Hey, it is what it is. She's doing good, it's gone from this big down to like that now, so it's coming along. She's visiting nurses every other day. So what are you doing? How often, do you have to be in here 8 hours now? How if you can help it, right? 6. Well, that's not bad. That's good, that's good,
well, that's what the agreement is, so,
that's good,
till they change it.
that's good. Now, what's the scoop on the television thing?
What?
Well, I, read that Hometown TV isn't gonna be anymore. So where is your TV gonna be, or is